So the interviews happen when you send, pardon my language, you send a kick-ass resume to the hiring managers, whether or not you know there's a job out there. You get more phone calls doing that than if you apply online. Now, I can also tell you that a kick-ass resume is going to get you more responses online because I've seen it. And I'm not a big proponent of spending a ton of time applying for jobs online, but when you post a really great resume on Monster, Career Builder, Indeed, then you get phone calls coming back. Now, you might get the spam from financial industry and insurance, but you just eliminate those and go straight for the ones that actually call you on legitimate jobs. So I think a great resume is key, but also the way that you use that resume can mean all the difference as well. Let me see if we've got any questions. Another question online. This is Frank from Los Angeles. Hey, Frank. How do you address a long period of unemployment during an interview? Well, I kind of wish you were on the phone because I would love to talk to you about what your particular situation is. I know a lot of people consider themselves consultants, but if you're going to put consultant on your resume and you're going to tell them that you are a consultant in this long period of unemployment, then you have to have actual customers, and you have to be specific in your stories about those customers and how you've helped them. So it's not, really for hiring managers right now, to see the word consultant, it's kind of, everybody knows that means unemployed. So you need to have on your resume or maybe in a cover letter or something, you need to show that you have real clients that you work with. But if you don't have that, if you have a long period of unemployment, there's a couple of things that you can do. Number one, you can use a functional resume. That's really one of my favorites because it overcomes so many different liabilities or obstacles. Because what a functional resume does is it focuses on your skills and your strengths and not necessarily on the last place that you worked, which might be 2009 or 2010. That information, it's not going to be hidden, but it is going to be because it's down at the bottom of a one page. It is minimized, and by the time they read that, they're already pre-sold on you because you've got a ton of great information in the top portion of your resume. And also, Frank, the August training calls that I'm going to be doing are going to be on August 11th and 18th, and the one on the 11th is going over the components of a resume that gets the phone calls. So the resume can be a really big piece. That gets you the interview. But during an interview, when you talk about a long period of unemployment, you could certainly say that you're waiting for the best opportunity, but you need to show that you've been doing something during that time. And it may be volunteer work, and you may be there may be a family situation. A lot of times I've got clients that are taking care of elderly parents, and you can certainly give that. I think that you do need to give a reason. I really do, because that's kind of an elephant in the room. And if they don't talk about it and you've been unemployed for over a year, I really think that it's worth bringing up. And there is a document that I can send you, Frank, if you email me at tammy@beyondjobsearching.com, and this goes for anybody on the call. If you email me and ask me for the ARTS method of overcoming objections, that really helps. There's a specific method that I swiped from sales, basically, on how to overcome objections, which actually I've found to be, for my clients, very successful in overcoming obstacles like long unemployment. But there's a step-by-step process in answering the question, and it goes for any question that you don't know the answer to. You can overcome that and come out smelling really good. If you just email me, I'll send you a copy of that. And that's what I recommend. But really, I wouldn't be able to give you an overall, a very concise recommendation unless I knew your particular situation. I'd be happy to have a conversation with you about that. Mary in Dallas, How would you answer the question, tell me about any issues you've had with a previous boss? That's a lot of fun. Certainly, you don't want to talk down about a previous boss. I think that it's best to show possibly a difference of opinion. I wouldn't make up anything if you've never had issues with a previous boss, and there are some people who haven't had bad bosses. But, most people at some point in their career have had a bad boss. What I would recommend is what actions you took in order to overcome that. A lot of times it's an open communication, but it's not just emotionally what happened with you, it's the actions that you took to overcome that issue with the previous boss. And if it's, I left the company because that boss was, it took us in a different direction than I agreed with, then absolutely do that. You certainly do not want to go into a long, drawn-out story where you're bashing somebody. That's really what that question is about, is can you effectively deal with conflict without getting turning into a 5-year-old? You really need to show how you can deal with that, and it's based on the actions that you took. And also, above everything, you need to remain emotionally neutral about that. And you can talk about it in a very calm, reassuring way and not get into sour grapes. I think that that's important. How you address that is as important as what you say. We've come upon 1 o'clock. Are there any more questions from anybody on the phone? These have been some really great questions online. And is there anybody online that would like to ask any other questions? All right. Well, I certainly want to respect your time because I know a lot of you are employed in doing this over your lunch hour, so I appreciate your time. If you'd like to talk with me more, either in a phone meeting or face-to-face, please feel free to give me a call at 816-600-2478. And I am going to open up the lines so that everybody can say goodbye. All right, everybody. Say goodbye, and we will see you on the 11th when we talk about the components of a really effective resume. So have a great couple of weeks, and I'll talk to you on the 11th. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye.